Joining me now is co-founder and executive vice president at the Quincy Institute, Trita Parsi. Trita, thank you for being with us. President Trump is now saying that the U.S. will target areas and groups of people that were not considered until now. Who, in your mind, could he be talking about?
I think there's a likelihood that the administration is now going after local decision makers, local government officials that are just managing municipalities that have nothing to do with the country's military strategy or its foreign policy. There is an effort to try to degrade the entire country's state apparatus. The belief is that this will allow for elements inside the country to rise up and do an uprising. But what appears to me far more likely is that with state collapse, you will have a scenario in which the instability that will be caused by that state collapse in Iran will turn the country into a failed state. Instability will be spread throughout the rest of the region. You will have massive refugee flows that will have a profound impact on the politics of other countries. Most of those refugees will go towards Europe. They will pay a very high price for this. The idea that you actually can build a democracy after having first destroyed the state is simply not something that we have seen successfully done. On the contrary, it is completely counterproductive to the idea of leading this toward democratization. This is exactly what happened in Iraq. The state was destroyed, and then we saw exactly what happened and how costly that ultimately became for the United States itself.
And in our last report, our correspondent Selena Wang reported the president saying that this will last as long as he wants it to, with President Trump signaling that he will escalate the war. What are the wild cards here in terms of just how long fighting could last?
Well, I think the mere fact that the president is saying this, which almost is the exact definition of an endless war, is an indication that despite all of his other statements and all of the other statements by administration officials that this is going so well, is actually not true. If it was going so well, this war would have been over by now. The administration told regional leaders this war would only last 4 days. Now they're saying weeks, months, and now Trump is saying as long as he wants it to. If the administration actually was in control of the situation, we would not be here. This would have been over by now. We have now entered into something in which the administration has lost control, is trying to signal a tremendous amount of confidence. But in reality, things are not going as well at all. On the contrary, I think this is getting closer and closer towards some sort of a quagmire.
And to that point, a Kurdish Iranian opposition leader told ABC News that they are, quote, ready for anything. If the Kurds are preparing for a potential military operation in Iran backed by the U.S., how could that change things for the region?
Well, first of all, it will highly likelihood of it dragging in other countries as well. Turkey, Iraq will not accept this. This will create tremendous amount of challenges. Also, it will dramatically increase the likelihood of rallying around the flag phenomenon inside the country, because it's no longer a war against the regime. This is actually supporting groups that have been at war with the country, that some people view them as separatists, etc. These are very, very sensitive issues in Iran. And I think, again, it shows the administration is actually acting somewhat out of desperation here.
Trita Parsi, we appreciate you being with us this morning. Thank you.